2020 జేఈఈ మెయిన్ ఫలితాలలో ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్ విద్యార్థుల ప్రభంజనం. ఆల్ ఇండియా అన్ని కేటగిరీస్లు 18, 35, 251, 253, 582, 606, 778, 780, 812, 821, 1031, 1049, 1303, 1575, 1654, 1753, 1754, 1978 ర్యాంకులే కాక మరెన్నో ఉత్తమ ఫలితాలు సాధించిన విద్యా సంస్థ ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్. ఈ ఫలితాలు సాధించడానికి కారణమైన లెక్చరర్లు మరియు తల్లిదండ్రులకు మా కృతజ్ఞతలు. ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్ ఎడ్యుకేషనల్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్స్.
Next in this complement, let us discuss one is complementary angles. Complementary angles. So what is meant by the complementary angles? So complementary angles means, so the definition is, if two bodies are projected with two different angles of projection, two different angles with the horizontal, two different angles with the horizontal. Two bodies are projected with the two different angles with the horizontal, two different angles with the horizontal. The horizontal range of the two bodies, must be same. Horizontal range of the two bodies must be same. Then those two angles are called complementary angles. This is the concept of complementary angles. This is y and this is x. One body is projected with angle theta 1, another body is projected with angle theta 2. One body is projected with angle theta 1, another body is projected with angle theta 2. In these two situations, the horizontal range of those two bodies must be same. Then these two angles are called complementary angles. So very important. So here one angle is theta 1, another angle is theta 2. Of course both the bodies are projected with the different angles, but the horizontal range must be same. If the horizontal range must be same, then these two angles must be called as complementary angles. So that is, and one more thing is, here theta 1 plus theta 2 must be equal to 90. Theta 1 and theta 2 must be equal to 90. So then theta 1 can be written as 90 minus, or theta 2 can be written as 90 minus theta 1. Here if theta 1 is equals to theta and theta 2 is equals to 90 minus theta. So theta and 90 minus theta are called complementary angles. Theta and 90 minus theta. So this is the situation. So in this situation, velocity of projection is also same. Two bodies are projected with same velocity, but different angles of projection, so that their horizontal range must be same. Different angles of projection, so that their horizontal range must be same. In that situation, that is called, what is that? Complementary angles. In this situation, here theta and theta 2 must be equal to 90. That means if one angle is theta, another angle must be 90 minus theta. So ranges are same. Just let us check that. Let us say R1 is equals to u square sin 2 theta by g. R2 is equals to u square sin 2 theta 1. Let us say theta 2 by g. Here let us say theta 1 is considered as theta. u square sine 2 theta by g. Theta 1 is considered as theta and theta 2 is considered as u square sine 2 into theta 2. Theta 1 is theta, theta 2 is 90 minus theta by g. So that is u square sine of 180 minus 2 theta by g. Sine of 180 minus theta, sine theta only. So sine 2 theta by g. So this is u square sine 2 theta by g and this is also u square sine 2 theta by g. Therefore, R1 is equals to R2. Now these angles theta and 90 minus theta are called complementary angles. That angles theta and 90 minus theta are called complementary angles. This is the situation. R1 is equals to u square sine 2 theta 1 by g. Theta 1 means let us say theta and u square sine 2 theta 2 by g. Theta 2 is 90 minus theta. So sine of 2 into 90 minus theta, that is sine of 180 minus 2 theta. Sine of 180 minus theta is sine theta. So that is like this. Therefore R1 equals to R2. So how can you define these complementary angles? The two bodies are projected such that their horizontal ranges must be same. Their horizontal ranges must be same, so that those angles are called complementary angles. That is important. One is theta, another one is 90 minus theta. Next, so theta and 90 minus theta are complementary angles. So here, see that, so this is y and this is x. One body is projected, another body is projected like this. So let us say it is with velocity u and it is also with velocity u. One angle is theta, another angle is 90 minus theta. Let us say maximum height reached, let us say it is h1 and it is h2. So maximum heights must not be same here. The maximum height reached by the bodies must not be same. So here h1 and h2. So h1 can be written as, for angle theta 1, for angle theta, so here maximum height is h1. So therefore maximum height formula h1 can be written as u square sine square theta by 2g. For angle theta, maximum height is h1. So maximum height formula h1 can be written as u square sine square theta by 2g. Next, for angle 90 minus theta, for angle 90 minus theta, so maximum height is equals to h2. So therefore we can write h2 can be written as u square sine square 90 minus theta by 2g. Because in place of theta, what we have to substitute here? 90 minus theta. U square sine of 90 minus theta. Sine of 90 minus theta. 90 minus theta is the first quadrant. In case of first quadrant, all are positive. So sine of 90 minus theta is cos theta. So that is u square cos square theta by 2g. So that is h2. So h1 is equals to u square sine square theta by 2g and h2 is equals to u square cos square theta by 2g. So therefore, from this, these are the h1 and h2, u square sine square theta by 2g, u square cos square theta by 2g. So let us do h1 plus h2, what we can get? Let us do h1 plus h2. So that is u square sin square theta by 2g plus u square cos square theta by 2g. So that means u square by 2g common, sin square theta plus cos square theta. So that becomes u square by 2g, that is h1 plus h2. So h1 plus h2 is equals to u square by 2g, because sin square theta plus cos square theta equals to 1. If the maximum heights are mentioned, so from this we can write u square equals to 2g into h1 plus h2. So therefore u can be written as under root 2g into h1 plus h2. If only maximum heights are mentioned in case of complementary angles, that means if the body projected with two different angles, in that situations, if the maximum heights are mentioned as h1 and h2, if the maximum heights are mentioned as h1 and h2, what is the velocity of projection? U can be written as square root of g 2g into h1 plus h2, square root of 2g into h1 plus h2. And here the same formula can be written as h1 plus h2 is equals to 1 by 2 into u square by 2 is u square by g is r maximum. Actually range formula is u square sin 2 theta by g. If theta is when the range is maximum, if theta equals to 45, so that is r maximum, u square by g is the r maximum. So from this maximum possible range can be written as 2 into h1 plus h2. So maximum range can be written as 2 into h1 plus h2. Next, the same case, just I am doing h1 divided by h2. Just I am doing h1 divided by h2. h1 is u square sin square theta by 2g divided by u square cos square theta by 2g. U square by 2g cancel. So h1 by h2 is equals to sin square theta divided by cos square theta. So h1 by h2 is equals to, what we can write it as, tan square theta. So from this tan theta can be written as under root h1 by h2. Tan theta is equals to under root h1 by h2. So based on this, if only maximum heights are mentioned in the case, we can calculate angles of projection. If you know one angle of projection, then we can do another. One is theta, another one is 90 minus theta. If one is theta, another one is 90 minus theta, like this, based on this. So h1 and h2 are the maximum height reached by the body in case of complementary angles. Maximum height reached by the bodies in case of complementary angles. This is h1 and this is h2. Next, what I am doing here? First I am doing h1 plus h2. Next I am doing h1 divided by h2. What happens? If we do h1 plus h2, we can get the velocity of projection, we can get, or maximum range we can get. If h1 divided by h2, what we can get? Angle of projection we can get, tan theta equals to under root h1 by h2, like that. Next, in the same situation, addition over division over, next we can do multiplication. Next we can do multiplication here. h1 into h2, that is u square sin square theta by 2g into u square cos square theta by 2g. Let us say it is 1 by 4 into u square sin theta into cos theta by g whole square, right? Use sin square theta by g, cos square theta by g, sin theta by g into cos theta by g. We can write it as whole square. clarity, for your clarity, again we can write it as u power 4 sin square theta cos square theta by g square, 1 by 4 into u square sin theta cos theta by g whole square, right. For our convenience, I am writing as into 4 divided by 4. For our convenience, we can write as into 4 divided by 4. Into 4 divided by 4 u square sin theta cos theta by g whole square. So 1 by 4 into 4, 16. This 4 comes under the root. Use 4 comes, 4 in 2 square. So 2 sin theta cos theta by g whole square. So 4 is nothing but 2 square. 1 by 16 this can be written u square 2 sin theta cos theta sin 2 theta by g whole square. U square sin 2 theta by g whole square. 1 by 16 into, we can write it as r square. U square sin 2 theta by g is nothing but range formula. U square sin 2 theta by g is nothing but the range formula. So that is, so from this h1 into h2 can be written as r square by 16. So r square is equals to 16 into h1 into h2. Then r can be written as under root 16 h1 into h2. So r is equals to 4 under root h1 h2. R is equals to 4 under root h1 h2. If only maximum heights are mentioned, how can you calculate range? 4 under root h1 h2. Previous 2 into root h1 2 into h1 plus h2, that is maximum possible range. That is the maximum possible range. But generally range can be written as 4 into root h1 h2. 4 into root h1 h2. This is the range. Here just I am doing multiplication of h1 and h2 like this. Next, this is about maximum heights. Next, what about time of flights? For time of flights also we can do the same and derive the relation. So for angle theta, here for angle theta, the time of flight is, let us say, time of flight is equals to, let us say, t1. So t1 can be written as 2u sin theta by g. For angle theta, the time of flight is t1. Therefore, t1 can be written as 2u sin theta by g. Next, for angle 90 minus theta, so the time of flight is t2. Therefore, t2 can be written as 2u into sin of 90 minus theta by g, that is equals to 2u into cos theta by g. So t1 is equals to 2u sin theta by g and t2 is equals to 2u cos theta by g. These are the values of t1 and t2. So here so just first I am doing t1 square plus t2 square. First I am doing t1 square plus t2 square. t1 square, so that is 2u sin theta by g whole square plus 2u cos theta by g whole square. So that is equals to 4u square sin square theta by g square plus 4u square cos square theta by g square. 4u square by g square common, sin square theta plus cos square theta. So just I am doing t square plus t1 square plus t2 square, but we got 4u square by g square, that is t1 square plus t2 square is equals to 4u square by g square. So from this u square is equals to g square by 4 into t1 square plus t2 square. So from this u can be written as under root g square by 4 into t1 square plus t2 square. So u is equals to g by 2 into under root t1 square plus u is equals to g by 2 into under root t1 square plus t2 square. So this is velocity of projection. If only time of flights are mentioned, that means if two bodies are projected with the different angles of projection so that their range is same, in that situation for two different angles, two time of flights. For two different angles, two time of flights. Let us say T1 and it is T2, T1 and T2. So just I am doing T1 square plus T2 square. If only time of flights are mentioned, how can you calculate velocity of projection? U is equals to g by 2 into under root T1 square plus T2 square. This is the way to calculate the velocity of projection. Just here I am doing T1 square plus T2 square. I am doing T1 square plus T2 square. Next, if we can do T1 divided by T2, what we can get? So let us say T1 divided by T2. T1 is 2u sin theta by g divided by 2u cos theta by g. 2u by g cancel. So T1 by T2 is equals to sin theta by cos theta is tan theta. Simply T1 by T2 is tan theta. T1 by T2 is the tan theta. So from this, next I want to do T1 into T2. Based on this we can calculate angle of projection. So two angles, one is theta, another one is 90 minus theta. Next I am doing T1 into T2. So that is 2u sin theta by g into 2u cos theta by g. So that is equals to 2 by g into u square 2 sin theta cos theta by g, right. 1 2 by g separated, u into u square 2 1 2 sin theta cos theta by g. So that is equals to 2 by g into 2 sin theta cos theta sin 2 theta u square sin 2 theta by g. So that is T1 into T2. So T1 into T2 is equals to 2 by g into, this is range, u square sin 2 theta by g is range. So from this range can be written as g by 2 into T1 T2. If only time of flights are mentioned in the problem, only time of flights are mentioned in the problem, how can we calculate range? Range can be calculated by g by 2 into T1 T2. How can I calculate range? Range is equals to g by 2 into T1 T2, g by 2 into T1 T2. So this is the way to do the problems based on maximum height, complementary angles. In case of complementary angles, only angles, how can you calculate the angles? How can you, maximum heights are mentioned? If only time of flights are mentioned, what we can do? This is the different conditions in case of complementary angles. So next let us do some problems based on this. So motion in a plane chapter 121, page number 121 to 160. So let's do some problems here. Page number 143 here. Page number 143, question number 14. A stone is projected with velocity 20 root 2 meters per second at an angle 45 degrees to the horizontal. The average velocity of the stone during the motion from starting point to the maximum height is. So u is equals to 20 root 2 and angle is given as 45 degrees. So we have to calculate average velocity of the stone during its motion from starting point to the maximum height. So average velocity during maximum height. So we already derived one formula, V average is equals to u by 2 into square root of 3 cos square theta plus 1 by 2. 3 cos square theta plus 1 by 2. So that is u is 20 root 2 by 2 into 3 cos square 45. Sorry, 3 cos square theta plus 1, not divided by 2 here, sorry. 3 cos square 45 plus 1. So that is 10 root 2 into square root of 3 cos 45 1 by root 2 cos square 45 1 by 2 plus 1. So 10 root 2 into under root 3 by 2 plus 1. So 10 root 2 into 5 by root 2, root 2 cancel, that is 10 root 5. That is the average velocity. So just substitute in that formula, that is the only thing. Next, see the 15th question in the same page. Next page, 15th question. A player kicks a football obliquely at a speed of 20 meters per second so that its range is maximum. Range is maximum. So that means projected velocity is 20 meters per second so that its range is maximum. Maximum range or maximum. What is the maximum formula? U square by G. So 20 into 20 divided by G is 10. So 40 meters. 40 meters. Another player at a distance of 24 meters away in the direction of kickstart running at an instant to catch the ball. Before the ball hits the ground to catch it, the speed with which the second player has to run is. Here this total range is given as 40. What we got? Range is 40. And the person is at a distance 24 meters from the starting point. The given condition is the person is at a distance of 24 meters from the starting point. He is running in this direction to catch this ball. Running in this direction to catch this ball. So what is the distance he has to travel? 16 meters. So because the total range is 40, already he is at a distance of 24 meters from the start. Already he is at a distance of 24 meters from the start. So remaining distance he has to travel is 16 meters. What is the time of flight formula? 2u sin theta by g. 2 into u is 20, sin theta, sin 45 by g is 10. 4 into sin 45, 1 by root 2. So that is 4 by root 2. The time of flight is 4 by root 2. So why it is 45? The range is maximum. For what angle the range is maximum? For angle of 45 degrees only the range is maximum. You have to remember all these conditions. So with what velocity the person travels the distance 16 meters? Velocity is equals to distance by time. Distance is 16, time is 4 by root 2. 4 sir. So velocity is equals to 4 root 2. With what velocity the person must travel? 4 root 2 meters per second. So here the range, initially the condition is a player kicks a football obliquely at a speed of 20 meters per second. So that its range is maximum. Velocity of projection is mentioned. Maximum range he mentioned. So the range is 40. So another person is at a distance 24 meters from the start, running in this direction to catch that ball. At the time of kicking only the person starts at this position. At the time of kicking only the person starts at this position. So he is running to catch this ball. With what velocity he has to travel. So that is the situation. Next. So next here, next problem. 17th question, see the 17th question. Two projectiles A and B are thrown from the same point with velocities v and v half v by 2 respectively. If B is thrown at an angle 45 degrees with the horizontal, what is the inclination of A when their ranges are same? Given that range of A is equals to range of B. So that is u1 square sin square 2 theta 1 divided by g is equals to u2 square sin square sin 2 theta 2 divided by g. G gets cancelled. A is projected with velocity v. So v square sin 2 theta 1 is equals to, this is v by 2 whole square. Sin 2 into theta t is 45. Because the second body B thrown with an angle 45 degrees. So that is v square sin 2 theta 1 is equals to v square by 4. Sin 90 is 1. V square cancel. Sin 2 theta 1 is equals to 1 by 4. 2 theta 1 is equals to sin inverse 1 by 4. So theta 1 is equals to 1 by 2 into sin inverse 1 by 4. 1 by 2 sin inverse 1 by 4. Next. Next, see the 18th problem in this. A particle is projected with velocity v such that its range on the horizontal plane is twice the greatest height attained by it. Range in its horizontal plane is given that range is equals to twice the maximum height. The range of the projectile is, now we have to calculate range. We know h equals to r tan theta by 4. H equals to r tan theta by 4. So from this h is equals to, r is given as 2h tan theta by 4. So tan theta is equals to 2. If tan theta equals to 2 means this is 2, this is 1, this is square root of 5. Sin theta is 2 by root 5, cos theta is 1 by root 5. Sin theta is 2 by root 5, cos theta is 1 by root 5. Now range we have to calculate, u square sin 2 theta by g, u square 2 sin theta cos theta divided by g. So that is equals to u square into 2 into sin theta is 2 by root 5, cos theta is 1 by root 5 divided by g. So that means 4u square by 5g. 4u square by 5g. That is the range. So this is the way to calculate the problems based on this.
ఇంటర్మీడియట్ విద్యారంగంలో అగ్రగామి మన ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్. ఐఐటి, జేఈఈ అయినా, నీట్ అయినా తిరుగులేని విద్యా సంస్థ ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్.